It's 2023 and you're looking for a new camera. You came across the A6500 and you want to know if it's a good investment. I got you. I spent a lot of time with this guy. We've laughed together. We've cried together. So I'm really going to try my best not to be biased. We'll start with the pros. My first pro of this camera is its light. It might be a little small for some people, but I personally love the lightweight feel, and stabilizers are a lot cheaper. A gimbal for this is probably $250 for one that runs efficiently. If you go up just a little bit in weight, you're looking at a significant difference in price. I mean, double, triple, quadruple. It's insane. The next pro of the A6500 is it has in-body stabilization. I know a lot of things have that, but this in-body stabilization is really good. Combined with the stabilization of your camera, sometimes you don't even need a gimbal. You get your 3 points of contact, you know, here, 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 and it got the stabilization in the lens and in the camera. I mean, it's beautiful. Obviously, you can't go too crazy with the stabilization because you get the warping in there. Like if you're jerking around, it's not gonna look great. So just keep that in mind. The next pro of the A6500 is it is a hybrid camera, because not only does it shoot this beautiful 4K quality, it also offers 24.2 megapixel picture in RAW, and it looks pretty good. I'll show you here, in here, in here, in here. I hope I didn't point too many times because I'll get to editing and that's going to get on my nerves. The next pro of the A6500 is also a con for me. I'll go over why. The pro is it offers 120 frames per second. So that's ultra slow motion. You can slow that down to about 18 or 20%. The con about that is it's only in 1080 and it looks a little soft next to the 4K footage. The 4K looks so good, and when you set it next to the 120 frames 1080, it doesn't quite do it. There's tricks around it. You can crank your shutter speed up and make it a little bit sharper, but if the lighting isn't perfect, you're going to see a lot of banding, and when is the lighting ever really perfect? There's always room for improvement. The next pro, the A6500, is it's weather sealed. A lot of times, if you get caught in the rain or something like that, you can stand it a little bit. You can sit out there in the rain, or you can sit in the snow. I don't recommend submerging it because that's not going to work and you're going to mess your camera up. But it is a little bit weather sealed, so that's good. Combined with a weather sealed lens, you're good to go. If it starts sprinkling or something like that, you'll be fine. And I really like that because a lot of the times we get caught out in the weather and we can't control the weather.
Well, damn, Jackie, I can't control the weather.
The next pro is the autofocus. The autofocus in the A6500 is crazy. I just had no idea how good it was going to be. I'm a one-man band, so a lot of the times I need that autofocus. Sometimes I feel like it's better than my manual focus, and that's kind of, don't tell anyone. All right, it's time for the cons. I know, I'm sorry. Some of the cons come from the pro list, and it's, you know, sometimes you have to counterbalance, and I understand that, but I'll start with the 120 frames per second. I love the slow motion, but why would it be just such a significant difference from the top quality of the 4K? I love the 4K on here. It looks so good. It's so crispy. And then you get this 120 that's so soft, and you have to crank the shutter speed up to make it look great. And I mean, crank it. You're already at 250 shutter speed because the 180 rule of 120 frames per second, 250 is your double the frame rate. Then you got to crank it to 400, 500, even more, and 9 times out of 10 you're going to get banding. Unless the lighting is great, you're going to get banding, and it's going to be unusable footage, and it's a headache. And I would much rather take the cut down on the slow motion, like instead of 120 frames, take 60 frames per second in the 4K. If you want to deliver to your clients in 4K and they want slow motion, you can't do it with with the A6500. You can shoot in 30 frames per second in 4K and slow it down to 80%, which technically is slow motion, and I technically just lied to you, but that does it really count? It doesn't count. I don't care what you say, it doesn't count. 60 frames per second 4K would be much better than this cheap 120 frames whatever soft footage. I've used it and made it look good before, but not without a lot of effort, which everything should have effort, but still, that just is such a con for me. The next con of the A6500 is the screen. Look at this. Look. That's it. If you want to vlog and see yourself, no. Try vlogging for a long time, and then the whole time your head is like out of frame, and you had no idea because you can't flip the screen. It just does this, and I don't know. I guess it can come in handy in some scenarios, but no. The next con about the A6500 is the price. It's $1,500 new still after all these years, which isn't a bad price to invest in yourself. But if you're paying $1,500, think the A6600, which is actually a couple models up because they went back to the A64 and then they went to the A66. It's kind of confusing, but that's only $1,700 for the body, and that's $200 more, and it's so much newer. And then the FX30 is only $1,800 for the body. I mean, the FX30 is a hybrid, almost a cinema camera. It's a crop sensor cinema camera, and it's $1,800. So I would just take the couple hundred extra and put it towards a newer camera with newer capabilities. However, the A6500 is so much older that you can easily find this used anywhere, any old used camera shop or anything like that. I'm sure you can find it for less than $1,000. But in that case, yes, of course. So that brings me to my point. Is the A6500 worth it in 2023? And I have to say, if you're getting a bargain on it, yes, under $1,000, $900, somewhere used. Yes, this can easily keep up with the big dogs. You could play with them lights, manipulate the lights. You better work around it for a good price. But new, I have to say no. I'm sorry. I know you heard it. New, no, you're not worth it. I'd rather get the FX30 or the A66, or there's better options for that price. You can get the Black Magic. Just saying. If you guys found some value in this video, please just hit the like button. That's all you got to do. That's all you got. It's real easy. Oh, I like this video. Respect. Like. Thank you.